Hello, everyone. Pastor Dave from Remnant Church in San Luis Obispo. Today, I want to talk to you about, could President Trump be our last president? Now, the U.S. has been a nation, one nation under God for over 200 years, but in the last 50, 70, 80 years or so, we've gone way from really centering our nation on God's virtues and listening to God in what we do. This same thing happened in Israel in the final days of the final kings of Israel, just before Babylonian captivity and being taken away from Israel. Now, if we look at the final kings of Israel, Jehoahaz, Jehoiakim, Jehoiachin, and Zedekiah from 609 to 586 BC. These rulers ignored warning after warning from Jeremiah, Ezekiel, and they just basically laughed in their face about, I don't care what God says. You're a false prophet. I don't like what you say. Give me some good news. And they didn't. So basically, Jeremiah 36, symbolizing his rejection, was the last king. Zedekiah vacillated between alliances between Egypt and Babylon while doing evil in the eyes of the Lord. Jeremiah prophesied that by breaking the covenant, oppressing the vulnerable, and trusting in false security, Judah's fate was sealed. And that was in Jeremiah 2:13 and 5 through 7. These things happen because over and over, God had warned through his prophets, don't do this, or you're going to pay for sinning over and over, worshiping false gods, as we do in the U.S., and basically ignoring God's warnings continuously. Now, has our nation done that? We have done that in a sense. And we will have to be paying for that someday. And it's going to start probably being paid because of our leaders not listening. Now, right now, we've been given a reprieve. President Trump is more godly in the sense of recognizing freedom of religion and so forth. But we've had a series of presidents from the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, and into now that have not listened to God. And truly, even people that are not purely worshiping God can be used by God, like President Trump. But we may be in the days of the last presidents right now. Who's going to be elected after President Trump? I don't know. But God's been warning